Time flies when you're having fun and when you're a server in the middle of a busy shift. The timeline for serving a table of guests is tight. The clock starts when the guests take their seats. Within 2 minutes, you should arrive to say hello. You may also take their drink orders at this time. 5 minutes later, return with their drinks and take their food order. 5 minutes after this, check on the table and arrange any special place settings as necessary. For example, if a guest needs a steak knife or soup spoon, bring these items in preparation of their meal. No more than 10 minutes after this, return with their food. 2 minutes later, it's time for the 2-bite check. How's everything going? Does anyone need a refill? About 10 minutes later, check on the table once more. Where are guests in their meal? Can any plates be cleared away? Does anyone need a refill now? As the meal winds down, continue to do an occasional check. Ask guests if they are interested in dessert. If guests are not interested in dessert, bring the check. Leave the check on the table until they are ready to pay. Pay attention, and as soon as you notice the payment has been made, return to the table to retrieve the check. Process payment and return with the change or credit card. It's a lot to do, right? And that's just one table. In the real world, it could be 5 or even 10 tables at a time. And serving guests is not your only job. There's also all of the side work to consider. How does one person do it all? It's a challenge, and it's also why time management is a server's best friend. Let's look at a few ways you can manage time so you can keep up with demand. First, you have to move. Move with purpose. As a rule, whether you are entering or leaving the dining room, do so with something in your hands. Keeping this rule in mind will help you make the most of each trip. For example, you might enter the dining room with dessert menus to deliver to table 1 and leave with the plates cleared from table 6. Move with urgency. Note that we're not saying rush. Rushing or running through the dining room is bound to cause accidents. In addition, it makes you look unprofessional. Guests watching you race here and there may think you're out of control, or they may take it as a signal that they should hurry up and leave. On the flip side, don't dawdle or meander either. You quite simply don't have time to stand around. If guests see you doing nothing while they're waiting to be served, they'll assume you're lazy or don't care. Walk at a quick and steady pace. Above all, keep moving. Second, embrace multitasking. Another good general rule is to plan on doing something for every table in your section on each trip through the dining room. This helps you stay in a multitasking mindset, and the importance of multitasking for servers cannot be overstated. Let's say you have 3 tables. Table 1 has empty water glasses, table 2 is waiting for their check, and table 3 needs their order taken. If you handle things one at a time, you might make a trip to and from the bar with a pitcher of water to refill table 1's glasses. Then you'd head back to the register to print out table 2's check and return to the dining room to deliver it. If you then waited for them to make payment so you could close out the sale, just imagine the frustration and impatience from table 3. They've been waiting and watching you visit 2 other tables before getting to them. You've also given yourself at least 2 extra trips to the dining room. That's a lot of wasted steps. Staying ahead of the game demands multitasking. It might mean entering the dining room with a water pitcher in one hand and table 2's check in your apron pocket. You can refill glasses and leave the check on your way to take table 3's order. Then you can pick up table 2's check on your way back to the kitchen. Do you see how this is a more efficient use of your time? In addition, doing something for each table whenever you're in the dining room will be noticed by your customers. They will see that you're present and working for everyone. This will help avoid having to deal with an aggravated customer who needed a new bottle of ketchup but couldn't find their server anywhere. Third, make an effort to prioritize your tasks to ensure customer satisfaction. This can be a little tricky and may vary based on the restaurant. Prioritizing requires keeping a constant eye on your section and seeing what each table needs next. Prioritizing and planning ahead are excellent ways to save time and keep your cool. For example, let's say that greeting guests is a restaurant's top priority because the first impression is of the utmost importance. Serving food is the second priority. When meals are prepared, they must be served as rapidly as possible to maximize taste and minimize chances for foodborne illness. Speedy processing of checks is the third priority because this restaurant doesn't want to make guests wait after they finish their meal. With these three priorities in mind, servers can plan their work accordingly. Ask your manager for assistance if you need help prioritizing your work. Above all else, remember that guests are always the top priority. If a guest asks you for a refill or some Tabasco sauce or an extra napkin, don't make a detour to wipe down menus. Complete the guest request first and show them that they are your number one priority. A busy night with many tables vying for attention may not always feel like a fun way to spend an evening. Whether you're having fun or not, it's a guarantee that time will fly. When it feels like time isn't on your side, remember to move it, multitask, and prioritize.